Good morning.
Morning.
Could you verify your date of birth, please?
7/17/1999.
Thank you. Ms. Prevett, do you have any additions or corrections to make to the pre-sentence report?
No, thank you.
Do you, Mr. Fabian?
No, Your Honor. I've had a chance to review the report with Mr. Moore. We both found the report to be accurate.
Do you agree, Mr. Moore?
Yes, ma'am.
I did make a minor correction, like I always do, to jail credit because they did jip him out of a day in the calculation, so it should be 163, not 162. So I did make that minor correction to the report. I'll ask Ms. Prevett, is there a victim wishing to be heard, or do you have a statement on behalf of the people?
No, thank you.
And Mr. Fabian, statement?
Yes, Your Honor. Just briefly on behalf of Mr. Moore. I represented Mr. Moore for several months now. I think to his credit, he's really meaningfully accepted responsibility. I thought the pre-sentence report in this case did a pretty good job of explaining how Mr. Moore found himself in this place at his age. He's 25. As he just noted, he'll soon be 26. He's had no criminal history of any kind before this, and I think that the offense here comes at the back end of what I think he was kind of a sliding lifestyle of drugs and alcohol. And so when he was initially detained, the court issued an order of no bond. We've never challenged it. Mr. Moore has taken the opportunity to abstain from alcohol, try to engage in programming that's available through the jail. We think that the recommendation here really speaks to not only the guidelines, but Mr. Moore, the support he has, his family's here in the courtroom. They've been to every meeting. He'll be living with them if he's released. We ask the court to adopt the recommendation from probation today. Thank you.
All right, and Mr. Moore, did you have anything that you'd like to say before I sentence you?
Yes, Your Honor. I just want to apologize to my daughter and my family, as well as the employees and bystanders that were a part of my actions that day. Jail has changed me in a positive way, I believe. I've tried to get into classes. I've done a lot of reading. I've gotten good with God, and I think with a steady job, my family, and with you know, the Lord's help, I'm going to be able to stay on the right track and never put myself in any kind of situation like this again.
Okay, well, thank you for that, that statement, Mr. Moore. At this point, as your attorney stated, you are 25 years old, and as he stated, you don't have any prior record at all. This particular incident occurred back in December of last year, where you went into Independent Bank and wound up passing a note to the teller that the bank was being robbed, and then you got the money and left. Apparently, your brother was your co-defendant. I believe I sentenced him already, and he was the driver. So the two of you essentially cooked up and executed this bank robbery. And while there were apparently no threats and there were no weapons implied during this robbery, it still could have gone very badly, obviously, because if there's a bank robbery, I mean, you and your brother really are, I think I'm gonna use a word since you brought God up, but the two of you are blessed that this didn't turn out worse and neither of you were killed, just because there's a bank robber, maybe the security guard or someone could have, you know, anything could have happened. So I'm glad that didn't turn out that way, and that you're here and you and your brother both are able to come back from this, so to speak. Having said that, what I am going to do is I am going to sentence you to 163 days jail with credit for 163 days already served. I'm also ordering $0 in restitution to Independent Bank. There's a $60 fee, DNA fee, $68 state minimum cost, $130 crime victim rights assessment, $1,000 in court costs, and there's also supervision fees that go along with being on probation, which I am placing you on for 3 years. And also in addition to your probation terms will be that you have no contact with the teller as well as the bank itself. So you're not to go into that bank, and that's a condition of your probation. And Mr. Moore, you do have 42 days to appeal your sentence. If you'd like a court-appointed attorney to represent you in an appeal, you have 42 days to make that request. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Your Honor, may I just address one thing?
Yes.
Was there any restitution requested?
I don't, let's see.
I did see, I think, $355.
$335.
Not $335.
So again, I would request the restitution hearing be set for that.
And it says approximately $35, so, okay,
Your Honor, I think just for clarity, the restitution here would be jointly and severally liable with Mr. Nicholas Moore. I believe that they stipulated to whatever the bank comes up with, and I think Mr. Christopher Moore would also stipulate whatever the number is, 355, 335, 300. They're more than happy to pay, so I don't, so similar to
So-
Mr. Hunting, I don't know if we need a hearing. We would just need a number.
okay, and yeah, and I don't have one because in the report, it says that there was a victim impact statement, but that's from the teller. Obviously, the teller wasn't out any money, so he doesn't request any money. And the bank didn't provide a figure. The approximate number comes from the police report. It just says that you retrieve the cash he had in the register, approximately $335. So that's how they came up with that number, because it was approximated at the time of the incident. So instead of having a hearing, I'll just ask Ms. Prevett if you reach out to the bank and then just email or provide that statement letter from the bank, since the defense is stipulating to whatever they say they were out. Then we'll amend the judgment sentence from 0 to whatever that figure is, and it would be joint and severally. And I don't know if I ordered restitution in the other case. I think I might have done the same thing, I just don't recall. But if there is an order in that one, then we can make a match. But I don't believe there is, so, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks. Mr. Stevenson, when you're ready on